Are you worried about protecting your intellectual property? Here's the top things you need to consider. I'm Coralie, Director at Business Illawarra.
I'm Tom Ellicott, Director at Access Law Group.
And here's the top things from an experienced 30-year lawyer that you might want to know.
There's two ways to look at it. One, within the business with your employees to protect it so the business owns it and retains its worth. And then secondly, when it goes outside of the business. So in the business, employment contracts are vital to make sure that we have our employees knowing what the intellectual property is and how it's protected. That way, they can't take it outside the firm and use it for their own business or for whatever purpose to do that. They don't always need to have it in an employment contract, it's implied in law, but a good employment contract will deal with that quite solidly because most businesses will have secrets they want to protect, and that could be business models, it could be patents and designs, and there's all sorts of other things like that. Know-how and tech, you name it, even down to employee lists, down to your customers, profits, margins, you name it. And all that information can be picked up quite simply on a thumb drive and taken or downloaded. So when an employee goes down that track, you want to be able to pull them up. The starting point that we like is have a very strong set of policies and procedures, but importantly, have that in the employment contract. When we want to use our material outside the business with customers for whatever business purpose, you need to have an agreement. We commonly call them a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA or something like that. So when we're going to share our information, we're going to start talking about a project or something that's going to come up on the horizon. It could be a merger of a business or a sale or acquisition. We need to make sure that our intellectual property remains ours. So when we're handing it over after people have agreed in writing that we retain that property. So if the deal doesn't happen, it doesn't go anywhere. After having done this for a long time, if you're dealing with people who won't sign up, whether they're employees or they might be business associates or targets, if they're not going to sign these documents, don't deal with them.
Don't deal with them.
Don't do it.
Good luck.